This is the Whole Earth Game program. Because everything depends on it.
Alanson is a whole systems thinker with a better way to find the way. A visionary designer struggling against the standardization of inadequate housing, food, water, energy, and occupation. For every living thing, just 5 things. He comes to you with his first book, Play Whole Earth Game. Since then, he's been extremely focused on whole systems thinking, as imagined by R. Buckminster Fuller, and his book called The Operating Manual for Spaceship Earth. This book is the direct inspiration for Alanson's book, where we assembled a board of directors with the likes of John Todd, Amory Lovins, Nikola Tesla, to get us out of any situation our little spaceship One Whole Earth can get us into. It leaves a legacy of plenty. All living things need 5 things: home, water, food, energy, occupation. But before we start, let's remember the 4 agreements and the 7 laws that govern thee all. Remember, everyone plays at practice. Don't be late.
Took the name Atlanson based on my original name to honor all my relations. So today I bring you this message, this idea of the Declaration of Human Sovereignty. But
Alanson, any student of the Hermetic principles taught by Thoth will have to agree that understanding these secrets put order into all that was chaos. And there's no other way than, it turns out, the way. To experience this now, in the 3rd dimension. Fighting against the Tao is not possible.
Of course not. So now I have the wisdom to know the difference. And I would love to share with you the wisdom to know the difference as well.
Probably a good time to throw out a disclaimer. Warning, warning, warning. Not the robot from Lost in Space, one of my favorite heroes, by the way. But passing this point, as you're watching, as you're listening right now, is going to change your life forever. So if you want to go forward, stay with us. If you don't, just go shopping. And it's well worth it at reclaimthreads.com.
Imagine such a thing as no waste. Use less, waste none. I found this document, and as soon as I read it, I thought, if Carrie Harrison reads this document, people will listen.
Let's set the stage by pointing out this is not mythology or fantasy. We have a federal government. We have NASA, which is the highest ranking organization in the U.S. government that deals with anything off planet, as well as plenty of things on planet. They officially recognize what are now called UAPs, formerly known as UFOs. We have top Navy pilots. We even have Marines. We have generals, 4 5-star generals. We have people acknowledging this through all layers of the federal government. It is no longer theoretical. It is an absolute stated governmental fact that more research needs to be done. And no one in the government at the highest levels is now saying it's not true. We do believe something is there. Has it been admitted yet? Not so much, but we know at some point a declaration of human sovereignty is going to need to be delivered, and we want to share that with you now.
You are now and have always been in a global social unity experiment. This is the Declaration of Human Sovereignty. Be thrice great. But first remember, you are amazing. To be here is to be a chosen one. You found your tribe. Now let's get to business. Regarding contact with extraterrestrial nations and forces. We, the people of Earth, extend greetings to all races in the greater community of the universe. We acknowledge our common heritage before the Creator of all the universe, both visible and invisible. We declare the planet Earth as humanity's planet of Genesis, our homeworld, and our sacred inheritance. We pledge henceforth to sustain and preserve the Earth for all generations to come. We call upon all humanity to treat all races everywhere with wisdom and justice, here on Earth and throughout the universe. Fundamental rights. We, the people of Earth, regard the need for freedom to be universal. Therefore, we hold that all individuals in all worlds are created equal and are endowed by the Creator with sacred and inalienable rights. Fundamental among these are the right to live as a free race on their planet of Genesis, their homeworld, the right of self-determination, self-sufficiency, and creative expression, the right to life without oppression, and the right to pursue in life a higher purpose and a higher calling that the Creator has provided to all. Before the greater community of the universe, we, the people of Earth, do now invoke these fundamental rights for ourselves and for our homeworld, along with certain rights that naturally derive from them, including the right of sovereignty. The people of Earth shall be self-governed and independent, neither subject to nor dependent upon any other authority. No extraterrestrial force shall contravene or abrogate the human sovereignty of this planet. The right of planetary sanctity. As our planet of Genesis, the Earth shall be free from extraterrestrial intervention, intrusion, interference, or exploitation, both mental and physical. No extraterrestrial force shall make close approach, or assume close orbit, or make any landing, or engage in trade, except openly and with the express consent of the people of Earth achieved through a democratic means. The right of sanctity of biological and genetic material. No extraterrestrial power shall take, possess, or manipulate human biological or genetic material for any purpose whatsoever. The right of occupation. As the native people of the one known inhabited planet of this solar system, we claim this solar system as our sphere of influence. No extraterrestrial bases may be established on bodies or stations orbiting the Earth, nor on other planets or bodies of this solar system, except with the express consent of the people of Earth. The right of peaceful navigation. We claim the right to travel and explore within our solar system without interference or restraint from extraterrestrial forces, and maintain the right to deny access to this solar system by any extraterrestrial forces. We, the people of Earth, consider it our rightful responsibility to assert and defend these fundamental rights, and to give and receive aid consistent with these rights. In the case of any dispute with extraterrestrial forces, the burden of proof of innocence shall fall on those who are not native to Earth. The assessment. When in the course of their evolution it becomes necessary for the native people of a planet to unite, to transcend the conflicts and differences that have separated them from one another, and to assume among the powers of the universe a separate and equal sovereignty, a respectful consideration of that sovereignty requires that they declare the causes which impel them to this present course of action. Although the Earth has undergone a long history of extraterrestrial visitation, the current situation is that the people of Earth are now suffering the effects of a global extraterrestrial intervention into human affairs. This intervention employs a strategy of deception, manipulation, and exploitation, the goal of which is control over humanity, which will result in the loss of human freedom and self-determination. It is now the sacred right and duty of the people of Earth to oppose, resist, and repel this extraterrestrial intervention, to declare and defend our sovereignty, our freedom, and our independence from all extraterrestrial forces. Let these violations be considered by those supporting the cause of freedom throughout the greater community. Intervening extraterrestrial forces have refused to openly disclose and reveal the nature and intent of their activities on and around Earth. This extraterrestrial presence is clandestine, covert, uninvited, and unapproved by the people of Earth. These extraterrestrial forces have concealed their own identity, their political or economic alliances and allegiances, as well as the authorities and powers which they serve. As is becoming increasingly apparent from their actions, extraterrestrial forces intend to exploit the Earth, its resources, and its people, and are engaged in a systematic program of colonizing humanity into a subservient client state to be ruled by agents of these extraterrestrial forces. The extraterrestrial intervention and occupation seeks commercial gain, economic power, and the strategic advantage offered by this world in relation to other worlds. Extraterrestrial forces have repeatedly and with impunity violated national and international laws of the Earth's people. These offenses, which still continue today, have included violation of restricted airspace, abduction and transportation of humans without their consent, murder, rape, torture, sexual abuse, interbreeding with humans, and cruel experimentation, theft and trade of human biological and genetic materials, theft and trade of Earth's natural resources, covert mental and psychological influence, mutilation of humans and animals, tampering with and disabling of military defense systems, and clandestine infiltration into human society. Extraterrestrial forces have secretly negotiated treaties and agreements with human individuals and groups, without the informed consent of the people of Earth. Extraterrestrial forces have systematically attempted to persuade and mislead humans through extending false hopes and promises of wealth, power, and protection, rescue from planetary catastrophe, membership in a galactic federation, and spiritual salvation and enlightenment. Extraterrestrial forces have exploited and exacerbated human conflicts to serve their own ends. Extraterrestrial forces have been disempowering humanity by leading us to believe that we can only survive with their help and their advanced technology, thus fostering our complete dependence upon them and denying our ability to ensure our own survival. Demands and declarations. Accordingly, we, the people of Earth, do hereby declare all previously existing agreements or treaties between any human government, group, or individual and any extraterrestrials to be forthwith null, void, and permanently suspended. We demand that any such previously existing treaties or agreements be fully and publicly disclosed. Any future agreements or treaties between human governments, groups, or individuals and extraterrestrials must be negotiated only with the full consent of the people of Earth, publicly and openly expressed by an international democratic body representing the nations and peoples of Earth. We demand that all extraterrestrials now cease all operations and activities and immediately vacate and depart from the Earth and its surroundings, including the Sun, Earth's moon, and all planets of this solar system. This includes vacating any natural or artificial satellites, as well as all space within the solar system. We demand that all extraterrestrial organizations who have established or operated bases on the Earth, its moon, or anywhere else within this solar system, dismantle these bases and fully disclose their nature. We further demand that all living humans who are now in custody of extraterrestrials be returned immediately in good health. Further, we demand a full accounting of all humans who have been taken or held by extraterrestrials, including those who have died in captivity. In addition, we demand that all human biological or genetic materials taken from any individuals be accounted for and destroyed, and their intended use be identified. Any devices implanted in living individuals must be identified so that they may be safely removed. We demand full public disclosure of the purpose and details of the extraterrestrial hybridization program, including the location, identity, and activities of all living human extraterrestrial hybrids, whether on Earth or elsewhere. Be it known throughout the universe that from this time forward, extraterrestrials may only enter our solar system, approach our Earth, fly in our skies,
set foot on our soil, or enter our waters with the explicit consent of the people of Earth. No other way. We therefore do solemnly declare that the people of Earth are and should be a free and independent people, that all humans are hereby absolved from all allegiance to extraterrestrial powers, and that all political and economic connections between them and the people of Earth are totally dissolved. That, as a free and sovereign race in the greater community of the universe, we assume full power within this solar system to conclude peace, levy war, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to undertake all other actions which a sovereign planetary race may rightfully and ethically do. Let's have a concluding statement. Let's wrap this up so that it makes poignant and clear sense. Let it be understood that in making this declaration of human sovereignty, we, the people of Earth, affirm our future and destiny as a free race within the greater community of intelligent life. We recognize that we are part of this greater community and that we are destined over time to encounter many different races from beyond our world. To them and to all others, we hereby declare that our intention is not conquest or domination in space. We declare that the rights and privileges that we affirm here for ourselves, we also affirm for all races of beings whom we might encounter. In making our declaration of human sovereignty and freedom, we proclaim our rights, our responsibilities, our privileges as a free race in order that we may pursue great in the human family without unwanted or unwarranted intrusion and interference by any outside nation or force from the greater community. We make this proclamation as an expression of our divine right and honorable intent for the human family and for all races in the universe, who seek to be free. This is a key part of the new Constitution as we move on to the planet of one whole earth. And finally, tick the box. I have read and agree to the terms and conditions stated above.
Let's play Whole Earth Game. A game of trust and sharing. Pay it forward, buy it back. Together we concede what happens next. For every living thing, just 5 things.